She didn't censor fuck, but she had to censor the word minor lover. If we like, do this and then do this, everything will fix itself. Okay. Okay. I mean, cult of the CryBullies, why people hate the left. Here's the thing, right? In this channel, we rarely check the internet drama for the simple reason that, like, you've got Johnny Somali, you've got Vitali. It's like every time something happens, it's like the internet would be saturated with all of these videos, like this streamer ruins his or her life. And you know what? That particular streamer, like, sort of ends his or her career, like about 10 to 20 times in that particular week alone. Like, it's almost like the caption or the title is almost always, this streamer ends his career. It's over for, Vitali. It's over for Johnny Somali. It's over for, those other guys and stuff. But, so that's why, like, me personally, I don't, like covering that kind of drama unless it's Shoe. Shoe will always be, and has always been our best girl on this particular channel. And anyways, I remember about 2-3 weeks back, there was this thing with Kingsman and that Marvel Rivals tourney where he got bullied off of the team because, the girls literally had him kicked out because they allege that he was bullying, he brought bad vibes, that he was controlling, blah 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 blah. But he turned the tables on them. Apparently, he had proof that he was bullied out of the team. And one of those clips that stuck with me was one of his teammates, one of the girls, right? She literally outright said, "All right, support Kingsman like you support Israel." She literally tried to put it out there that supporting Kingsman is the equivalent of, is it Kinsman or Kingsman? I mean, Kinsman both could be a reference to him to being Scottish, or Kingsman refers to the reference to that particular movie. But anyways, I mean, the last one I remember was with Pedro Pascal and Channing Tatum. But anyways, she literally tried to put it out there that if you like Kingsman, or that if you're on Kingsman's side, you support Israel. I mean, it was that bad. I mean, we covered a ton of stuff. How the left literally goes against men, or how the left are afraid of themselves when they try to reach out and talk to men. But anyways, apparently it gets worse, and we have Shoe here for that. So, but before we begin again, you guys, like it if you do, subscribe. Emperor knows we need it in this channel. So, yeah, here we go. Hold up. Thankful. Oh my god. We were like about to start, and I had the mute of button off. Alright, thankfully it was just 3 seconds. Thankfully, I was like looking at the meter, because I felt like something was off. Okay, right.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of What the Hell is Going On with your host, Ugly Belle Delphine. Now, before you ask, yes, there is an Epstein Files video.
I remember on the last video, I have to admit, guys, that when she was wearing the cop outfit, she is quite goonable. But remember, boys, she's married with kids. So, let's try not to be homewreckers here.
Video coming out. I feel like everyone has like streamer brain nowadays, and like every fucking video has to be breaking news in order to get the most views. But
when did streaming become about, all about breaking news?
I'm taking my time with it.
I mean, that's why we don't do drama. It feels like we're doing breaking news here. That's why, like, for tonight, we're gonna check out, Pancreas' new work. And, talking about Carl Franz. But anyways.
I'm sure you understand, there is a lot happening.
Yes?
With this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh,
Jewish. I want to be clear.
You want to go there?
All right. So you support. So we're back to that issue of Israel.
Attorney General.
And anti-Semitism.
Do you want to go there? Are you?
It seems like they're going there. Yeah. Cat fight!
Gentlemen,
Talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust.
Your country,
What?
sir. Anyway, let's just
Holocaust, wait, grandfather blank Holocaust? I honestly didn't hear what she said. Can someone please put it down?
forget about these satanic billionaire pedophiles running the world, and let's talk about some internet
had
drama,
dinner
shall
yet.
we? Because that is what's really important. For a little over a decade now, the most inane things can get you called a racist or a Nazi on the internet. To
They're
the
a
point
bigot.
where these words hold little to no meaning anymore. It's so bad that when someone is called a racist or a Nazi online, I'm immediately
Yeah, apparently if you support the streamer, you support Israel. According to that last drama.
like,
And screw you guys! If flesh tubers can eat on stream, so can I, alright?
oh, what funny joke did they tell? But ladies and gentlemen, we have officially come to the point where not saying anything also makes you a racist Nazi. For the few of you watching this channel
Nice.
who are employed, there's a very popular Twitch streamer named Emaru. She's a cosplayer and just kind of a fun, chill, normie video
like her.
game streamer. Well, the other day, someone in her chat asked her opinion about ice, and this is what she had to say.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
In a world where it seems
Yeah, she doesn't have to. She doesn't need to. Was it? I can't remember if it was Dave Chappelle or Louis C.K. I think it was Dave Chappelle. Why would you need a professional a-hole's opinion on a national matter or on an important matter? And guess what? Her opinion doesn't matter because she's a streamer and she stays on her lane. And yet, for some reason, people just, some people out there who just, couldn't keep it in their pants just need to, draw the line on the sand, that, wait, am I watching a racist? Am I watching a bigot? Am I watching, someone who doesn't care about America or something? But anyways, she knows her lane and she stays on it, but it just takes one a-hole to ruin everything, and apparently that's what happened there, right? I mean, Dave Chappelle said it before. Why would you go to a professional a-hole for an opinion regarding an important matter? Remember one of his jokes during 9/11? Ladies and gentlemen, Ja Rule. Why do we need Ja Rule to say anything about 9/11? Right? We don't need their opinion. She knows it. Yet for some reason, people still bother her about it.
seems like every single celebrity is just screaming their political takes completely unprompted. This was a refreshing thing to hear. Seems like a pretty sane, rational, inoffensive thing to say, right? Wrong. This short little clip where she ironically tried to avoid controversy ended up being one of the most controversial dramas this year. I feel like decades worth of news has happened in the past 2 months, don't you? Every day there's a breaking story of the most insane shit you've ever heard in your life. And everyone is expected to have a fully formed opinion on every single breaking story. There's pressure
I believe Emaru handled this one perfectly, by the way.
to react, to pick a side, to condemn, to defend. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're usually not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we jump into today's video, shall we? Ground News is a website and an app that lets you see how news stories are being covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias.
Excuse me, by the way, I've had a very I've had a very long day walking around in an event, shaking hands with people who are supposed to know about political stuff and political things. And some of my friends dared me to spit on an ambassador's face for money. I almost said yes.
Ownership and headlines that helps you understand the full story
People were educated, by the way.
and really make sure you're getting both sides. They really make it fun and easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's take a look at this one about how RFK admits he used to snort cocaine off toilet seats. If you look it up on Ground News,
Sounds
a
healthy.
right-wing headline covers it like this: RFK revealed why he wasn't scared of COVID. It was a legendary answer. And a left-wing outlet covers the same story like this: Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doesn't fear germs, and his reason is really, really gross. Same story, completely different
really
vibes.
should.
The Ground News feature I like the most is the blind spot tool. It shows you how news stories have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Hillary Clinton says migration has gone too far. Rare Hillary Clinton W. Suspicious. 37 sources covered it. 91%
Gone too far where? Which side?
of those sources were right-wing, and only 4% were left-wing. Interesting. Or this one about how middle-class Americans are selling plasma because of financial pressure. Americans are selling their blood because they're so poor. 71% of the sources that covered this were left-wing, and only 14% were right-wing. I have been using Ground News for like 5 years now, and I am obsessed. It is one of the first apps I open when I wake up in the morning. It really helps me stay informed and helps me keep up with the news for my videos. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. This comes to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a cup of coffee nowadays. To get the 40% discount, just go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description down below to subscribe to their Vantage plan today. Big thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad as always. Right.
We didn't.
And now, let's get back to the video. In this video, we are going to talk about the drama surrounding Emaru, the people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious—
Did that ever work? I mean, I'm pretty sure it did at a certain point, at a certain level, but I mean, what for? What's going to happen? Hold on, for example, YouTube, Me Too movement gained traction as it should for basically victims of SA that weren't able to speak out, and now they have. I mean, that's a good thing, but cancel culture is another thing entirely, because I believe that the whole thing became like, snowballed out of proportion in a sense that everyone could get cancelled, and right now they're trying to cancel Emaru for trying to basically provide an opinion in which her opinion in which on a matter where her opinion doesn't matter. That's it. So, yeah.
Tweets, of course. And then we will talk about my personal experience with these people. And what do I mean by these people? I mean the cult of the CryBullies.
You all know who we're talking about.
I'm sorry if I sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am a little bit sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop. For you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish them, of course, but I think it is good and healthy to criticize your government. I am a political culture war commentator.
Someone needs to audit the auditors.
Talk about political topics often. People come to me to hear my political opinions. But not everybody wants to be a political YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer. Sometimes we just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are lots of other things to talk about. Sometimes we want to look at funny memes or watch funny videos without having politics shoved down our throat. So a lot of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for politics? It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion.
We need Ja!
So of course, like, half the internet had a problem with it. It's just not that hard to say ICE. It's really not that hard to say ICE, to be honest. Is it so hard to just say ICE? It's really not hard to say ICE.
What if she doesn't want to fuck ICE?
Jesus Christ, how hard is it to just say ICE? How hard is it to just say ICE? How hard is it to just say ICE and move on? Oh my god.
Because maybe she doesn't feel that way.
Just say f ice. It's not hard. Is it so hard to just say the line?
Yeah, why? Then, if it's so hard to say the line, then is it so hard, not to force people to just, say it? Or
say the line! Say it! Jesus Christ, like, at this point, even if Emeru did want to, like, abolish ice, even if she really did think, f ice, she shouldn't say it. Like, I wouldn't say it at this point, because this is just, like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies.
Yeah, it feels like coercion at this point. Instead of, zombies seeing brains or, they're all just saying, fuck, guys.
Zombies chasing after you. Hey, it's actually super easy to stream and have opinions. I'll show you. F ice, f Donald Trump and everyone in his administration. F Elon Musk, free Palestine. US is on stolen land built by stolen people. Luigi did nothing wrong.
Alright, let's go down this list. I am not informed enough to actually provide an opinion regarding any of these issues. Alright, that's my official stand on this whole thing. Right, so Donald Trump and everyone in his administration, Elon Musk, free Palestine, US is stolen land built by stolen people, Luigi did nothing wrong. Oh, this one, I disagree. Because the guy, right from the beginning out, regardless, guys, here's the thing, right? Perpetuating violence, especially political violence, out of self-defense is one thing, right? Fighting against the bully is one thing, guys, like I said before, but walking up to a guy and then shooting him in the back, that is a completely different level. We can't just, go around shooting people for the simple reason that it will open the floodgates to violence. Right? I mean, where does it stop? It will snowball. It will not stop. I mean, I have to admit, it was, the following day when Elon Musk brought out his kid as a human shield. It was pretty funny. But anyway, let's keep on going.
Abortion is healthcare. Leave trans people the f alone. These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy.
Yeah, I mean, he literally put out a list. Copy, paste, move on. Fuck, guys.
The internet leftist starter pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the Reddit ass.
Starter pack.
Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy, like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting mammoths. And now he's on here like, Men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry. We need another war. The post that really seemed to kick this all off was made by Denims, the self-described largest female political streamer. Only because I don't stream, Denims. Only because I don't stream.
I believe she's right. But what if she does?
Anyway, I don't have any, like, personal beef with Denims. This isn't, like, an own Denims video. We used to
and I'm pretty sure some people will turn it into beef.
Be kind of cool years ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Emeru, so let's hear her out. Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo.
See, how exactly, does, her saying that she doesn't need to provide her opinion equals racist?
First of all, she's not fence-sitting. She's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like, in order to fence-sit, you actually have to say something. She didn't even say anything. Like, how do you even know?
She just said that her opinion doesn't matter. That's it. That people don't need to hear her opinion regarding the matter.
What her opinion is. Second of all, modern Gestapo. Why is everything the f***ing Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE.
I mean, they could have easily said Kempeitai. They could have easily said Stasi. Who else is the secret police at this point?
Totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo? Don't you guys get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of saying, like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is Hitler. It's like nothing else bad ever happened in history. Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before World War II? Oh my god, you're literally Napoleon. Also, I love this. Racist chud. Like, where did the racism part, like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get on camera and start talking about cars or math or taxes or investing or going outside or the plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here and talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things, and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane, and I stay in it. Emerald likes what she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just
I thought they were here to goon.
Turn on the TV. Turn on CNN. Most normal people, are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes completely unprompted. I don't care what Glub Shitto thinks of politics, okay? Why does Glub Shitto have to get on stage and start talking about how we're on stolen land or something? Why do you need your political opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity like a fucking baby bird? Like, do you really want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Please don't answer that.
Alright, she knows her audience, and she's definitely talking to the wrong people about goonable women throwing up. Anyways.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say ICE. It's not that hard of a concept.
You actually don't have to know what
See, that's the whole thing. She just said, wait, she's about to say it. Like, she's saying that you can be ignorant and say stuff. That's exactly what she's saying here. Right? You don't, she's literally saying you can just parrot, or you can literally just follow what everyone else is saying. And we will not attack you. That's it. How not to get attacked? Say what we're saying, do what we tell you to do, or else we will attack you. Alright? What was that? I could have sworn I silenced this. Anyways, keep on
talking about in order to just say the line. What? You should
say
look into a topic, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and form your own opinion on the topic. You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line.
You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying ICE. What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say ICE.
You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. All your other
say the line, or else we will attack you, or we will call you racist.
Friends are saying the line, Emaru. Why aren't you saying the line, Emaru?
ICE. Okay, but unironically though, them. Straight up. Hey, them. Yeah, it's them, don't care, and if you don't like that I say that, it's you too. You know what I mean? It's really that easy for me, I'm telling you right now.
There's Emaru's roommate.
It's really that easy for me, so it's literally that easy for her to say stuff or say the lines regardless of whether or not she's properly informed regarding the subject.
Saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are all her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged by half of the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet, but don't you dare stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I'm sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not.
She cares enough to keep her mouth shut about things that she knows nothing about. I mean, she literally stays on her lane. That's it, and yet she still gets attacked. You know, say the line, or else we will attack you.
I'm not gonna pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not gonna care about all this politics stuff.
When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people like you might get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them. Okay, so
it's called tax evasion, by the way.
That's the difference between those things.
There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What?
Many people...
That is a completely valid opinion.
Most people do not care that much about politics. I know to you and me that's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable because our whole life is politics, our job is politics, like I get it. But most people's lives do not revolve around politics. They do other things other than fight with strangers online. Crazy, I know. But man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before I knew. Sadly, it is getting harder and harder for the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything. Politics will be bending you over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry whether you want it or not. And unfortunately, the
They're called taxes. It happens to everyone every day.
People who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most fucked by politics. Also, more importantly, Emaru wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I feel like that is a huge difference.
Exactly, because we don't even know what she knows. I mean, she was simply trying to stay on topic, and it seems like hold on. In this particular stream, they were talking about those look like peas and pie, eel pie and liquor. Right? That's pie and liquor, right? It seems like they were talking about English food. I'm ragging on it most likely, but anyways, it seems like they were talking about English food and someone just had to go out there and say, "What do you think about politics?" We're literally talking they were literally talking about English food. I think literally off topic. I remember banning some people because for some reason they simply couldn't, stay on topic, or they simply couldn't just focus on the subject at hand right now. So yeah, she didn't want to talk about politics at that particular point in time because they were busy with English food.
I care a lot about like skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about like peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera. Yeah, you like that shit? I hate when grown women don't have a mind of their own. You are 28 years old, please develop a mind of your own. All she does is pander to anime gooner men. No mind of her own. I never liked Emaru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of...
See, that's the whole thing. You will get attacked unless you say the
her
line.
own is
That's
nice.
their thing.
The audacity! If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like, F Ice. If Emaru came out and was like, actually, I think Ice is doing a fine job, do you think they'd be like, ah yes, she has a mind of her own? No, absolutely not! They are not angry that she doesn't have an opinion. They are angry that she doesn't have their opinion. The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a mind of her own while thousands of you people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like the fucking Borg. So what I'm gathering is that Emaru is a grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty incel Asian fetisher weirdos and is okay with that, but draws...
One of these days, I'm definitely gonna watch one of her streams simply because of this. I mean, come on. We play Blue Archive because of Connor.
Line at saying Ice is bad? Emaru and Asmon's audience are the same. Incels love Emaru because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship. She definitely cultivated an audience who in the end of all...
Why bother with the why bother with the censored username and profile pic? Let's have at it.
Things are reactionary. She appeals to violent racists who fetishize Asian women. What the fuck is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying that?
I mean, I believe in that particular stream they were being violent against English food. But anyways,
It's because she's fucking Asian? Like, I'm trying to find a clip of Emeru saying sucky sucky $5 or something. It doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishes.
I don't know where this is coming from. And the woman saying this is literally an OnlyFans, like an Asian OnlyFans model. Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person to be talking about fetishization here? The most insane part of all of this had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own ice in the middle of his ex-girlfriend being canceled for not saying that. Like, how fucking petty.
Yeah, I mean, Emeru's been having, like, sort of, like, a rough couple of months. There's the Miskiff issue. She got attacked, at TwitchCon, and now this.
Do you have to subtweet your ex like that? Another character involved in all this is former booby streamer CaseyTron.
It reminds me of whenever Amaranth started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going like full Nazi, basically. She started wearing the
So, cowboy hats equals Nazis. Okay, got it.
Cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's whenever you gotta watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat?
Nazis.
Lord, take me out. Take me out back behind the shed. Put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain rotted. Holy shit.
Like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men. Because, like, really misogynistic, shitty incel like men, they like a woman that doesn't have any opinions. I think that she also plays into how
Emery streams these days. Probably looks awesome. Or it's probably gonna be awesome. I mean, this is how we discovered Blue Archive.
A lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst fucking men. She's like basically like, she's like a pick-me for like incel freaks.
So this fucking pick-me shit, dude, it's gonna be the death of me. Before making this video, I watched a bunch of Emeru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick-me behavior at all. At least with some streamers or some YouTubers. People could be like, oh, they criticize women, behavior? So they're trying to be like one of the good ones, and they're a pick-me. Like, okay, sure, like, that's retarded. We all know that's retarded. But at least I can, like, kind of see how is Emeru a pick-me? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick-me thing coming from? No, really, though, what makes her a pick-me and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling her a pick-me? You are literally selling your body for men to consume. If men do not pick pictures of your ass, you can't pay rent. There's no bigger pick-me on earth than a fucking porn star. And me. I don't care about being called a pick-me. I've been doing this for over a decade now. I'm used to it. I've been called it thousands of times. I am a 35-year-old married mother. I do not give a shit. I do care, however, when other women are called pick-me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in, like, the VTuber community. Like, all these VTuber anime women will be called pick-me's for just saying their opinions. You have to understand, like, to these people, whenever a woman has, like, an opinion that is not, like, the corporate HR-approved opinion of the week.
I've been told that's probably why my career is down, is that, you know, I don't hang out or try to collab with other VTubers. So it's just that, you know, I simply want to do my own thing and, you know, try and avoid. It's not like, you know, I'm avoiding drama per se. It's just, you know, I'm having so much fun doing our own thing here. But anyways, let's keep on going.
Whenever a woman doesn't toe the line of the current thing, in this case, whenever a woman doesn't say anything, she's called a pick-me. You know, she just must have these opinions for men. No other reason. Every woman is secretly a big progressive feminist. And if they're not, they're just doing it for male attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
And then in my opinion, it's like she's not entertaining whatsoever. She's like, I would
honey, it's not for you.
Literally rather watch paint dry.
So true, because you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This is way more entertaining, and if you don't agree, you're just like an incel. Okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emaru came out with a statement.
Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things, and an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political, it's basic human empathy.
Now, I thought that statement was perfect.
So, here's the thing. Perfect statement, but yet she still didn't say the line. And because of that, according to them, she deserves to be attacked.
Perfectly fine. My issue with it is, she didn't have to make it. She was basically forced to come out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off once Emaru made her opinion about ICE clear? No. Of course not.
Nazi response.
There we
TLDR, go f*** yourself in your PR apology. And there it is. Of fucking course she's another dumb Girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist chud.
This is the reason why they lost. This is the reason why, this is the reason why ICE, Donald Trump's in power right now. It's because of them.
But continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting, just like you. All I hear is, I support Israel and my name is Emery.
There we
Wait,
go.
what? Where the f*** did Israel come from? What? I don't like to talk about politics equals I'm a Nazi and I'm ashamed of my opinions. Everyone knows what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming. Emaru, you are garbage Nazi-loving You got orange around your mouth. Say F you, Asmongold. If you're neutral, if you're neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, ho. That's what Trump wants, for everyone to be quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so f***ing ignorant, this dumb cunt needs to shut her f***ing mouth. Thank God her downfall is happening. I've been hating on her since day one.
Is her downfall happening?
Knew something was off about her. Not a good statement.
Because I don't think their opinion or their numbers matter in a sense that, they're not Emaru's core audience or main audience. Like, her real people or her real audience wouldn't be affected.
She implicitly disavowed ICE, but not so much the actual Trump admin.
Yeah, you disavowed ICE, but what about the whole Trump administration? They're like literally the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day and I was like, oh my god, this is literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude.
Of course are incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old.
Ah yes, incels. Known for defending women online. What? What the f does the word incel even mean anymore? Does it just mean man now? It just means man. Man I do not like.
I had no idea
I think it's their thing. Right? If you don't support us or anything that we don't like equals incel. Like, if you support, if we don't like you, that means you support Israel. If you support Kingsman, that means you support Israel.
It was a thing until yesterday. How come no one told me Emaru low-key a femcel?
Femcel! Emaru's a femcel! Oh my Do people just not know what words mean anymore? How are they coming to these conclusions?
I mean, have you looked at her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally ill.
We need to do something about these male-centered women.
Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your fucking head. Take it up with God. Go to therapy. Do literally anything.
Oh my god, I'm gonna use that from now on. Take it up with God. I don't care.
Else, then make it our problem.
F her, and especially f her bestie Asmongold. I hope they get kirked. 30-year-old woman too scared to say f guys to
I mean, these are the people I'm calling for gun control, and yet, anyways.
For incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. Couldn't happen to a better person.
Let's hope
Next time
she
this
gets Used again. Oh my lord.
I'm gonna laugh and laugh. Fuck her and fuck Ice and fuck you if you support this cunt. Emeru deserved what Miskiff did to her. Fuck Emeru for supporting Ice. I genuinely hope this bitch gets okay. I reported that one. Holy shit. What is wrong with these people?
See, you don't understand. I'm good guy, which makes it okay for me to say fucked up things about bad guy. You think saying that to someone is fucked up? Well, you should be abused too, because you're probably also bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, Chud. Look it up.
Nazis deserve death, and silence is compliance.
May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
That was bad.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Nazi that deserves death. What?
After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emeru decided to follow right-wing grifter Shoe0nHead. Of course Emeru is now following a fellow pathetic pick-me for being quiet about Ice. They both don't want to piss off their 100% right-wing gooner fanbase.
For the record, my fanbase is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% gooner. Okay, but for some reason...
I mean, I'm sort of afraid. I mean, which segment we fall under. I mean, guys, come on. You're watching an anime boy watching a girl talk about politics. I honestly couldn't, it's just not on me, like, I don't even know which category we fall under.
They didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized Ice in my last video. Yes, some disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching from an ivory tower with no nuance, rhyme, or reason, people don't care. I'll say some shit like, we should decommodify housing, and the right-wingers in my audience are just like, okay, commie mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree. Oh, you're just scared. You don't want to upset your chud audience. I upset my chud audience every goddamn day. You're the ones terrified of your own fucking cult. God forbid you only agree with 99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul. I do not envy you. Once you bend the knee to these people, once you apologize...
I mean, they tried. But I don't think it's gonna work.
Or capitulate, it's over. These people don't actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emeru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the CryBully, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they prey on your empathy, they isolate you from your friends, they make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult like
thing. That wasn't Emery's thing. They were talking about English food, for Christ's sake. And now, I mean, of course she'd bend. Because this is not her thing. Politics is not her thing, and therefore, she did the right thing by saying she doesn't want to talk about politics. I mean, it all started with that one guy, and you should ban that person, whoever that is. Like, you know, if you need a streamer that looks like this, with English food for content, if you need her opinion for yours to matter, yeah, you should get off the internet.
Tactics to work. This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true. Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the CryBully tactics. What happened is Emeru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their...
Like I said, she's right. They didn't want an apology. They just needed someone to attack, to vent that anger on, because, you know, they're so full of anger and hatred towards the administration that, you know what, any target would do. And apparently Emeru's just, you know, on that particular list. You know, she seemed to be like, you know, the perfect target. She's young, pretty, successful, and so, you know what, all that insecurity and all that hatred might as well vent it all out to this particular person. I mean, you know, You could literally feel the jealousy.
Favorite tactics?
The big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, you do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmon are. So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmon, right? Glad you made this and owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation. But the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding this back from seeming sincere. Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmon, or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold.
Denounce Asmon or we will
I'm pretty
attack
sure
you
she's
again.
still friends with Asmongold.
Now, whatever you think of Asmongold, he is friends with Emeru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other. Crazy, right?
I literally said, like, I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do.
Yep.
Yes.
Denounce
Around
him.
2018, I was facing nearly
Condemn.
daily harassment for being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my job. They got emails of my family members. It was like nonstop. Now, this person was a good friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably the cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly disavowed a friend of mine over political differences. Now, for those of you who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I
She caved in into the pressure. She was new in the game.
bent the knee to a faceless mob of people who hate me. And in return, I received nothing. The harassment didn't stop, the hate didn't stop. Well, needless to say,
They just
karma
needed to
is
attack
real,
someone.
and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed by friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend from 2018, we made up years ago, but looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves. But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful, and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So I understand why Emeru came out and made a statement. I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake, and it is not worth
she
it,
already
because
gave
you are
in
going to
due
find
to
yourself
the
surrounded by
pressure.
people who see you as a temporary ally
But
and not
I
a
don't
real
think
friend.
she'd I don't think she'd lose her core audience in a sense that they're not going to care. Because these people don't watch her anyway. These people aren't part of her audience anyway. They're just joining in the bandwagon of attacking anyone who doesn't agree with them, or who doesn't toe the party line, or simply doesn't say the line.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone. But you shouldn't apologize to like a nebulous, faceless mob of people while facing down a barrel of a gun.
There is nothing that she could say and no amount of money
There
she could
we
donate that
go.
could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years.
There is nothing you can ever do to please these people,
We're just going
so
to
why
attack
bother?
you.
They will not be happy until you kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave. And I know, like, with everything going on right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, you should expect that. You clicked on a Shoe0nHead video. But second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left. And more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering Emeru being cancelled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0, we don't play around, we're mean now. Woke 2.0? Because Woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right? You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, not double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, we have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing? Attacking normie streamers for not wanting to be involved in political discourse? Also, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way I do. I'm talking about a certain faction of the mostly online left. I was about to say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like, I feel like I feel like I'm one of the only ones like holding
like anyone with a Twitter account or
down
something.
like me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing grifter for being like, hey, maybe we can focus on the issues that like actually affect the working class. You know, things that actually help people, not stupid fucking shit like going after e-girl cosplay streamers. Like, can we just get back to the fact that we are all being ruled by satanic billionaire pedophiles who may or may not be eating children?
Note 8. She didn't censor fuck, but she had to censor the word minor lover. Like, so weird. Like, the algorithm's so weird. Like, she knows she'll get in trouble if she says the word outright of a person who likes minors. Whereas, compared to just outright saying the word fuck. Oh my lord. Like, my days. This is so weird now.
Children, please. Thank you. In conclusion, Emeru did nothing wrong. People are tired of having politics shoved down their throat, and you don't need to speak about things you don't want to speak about. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say the line, actually. This is mass psychosis, rivaling on 2020. These people are trying to socially ostracize this woman for not putting like a black square on her Instagram. They're just mad at Emeru for not doing like the ice bucket challenge or some shit. Like that's basically what is happening here. If you are going to streamers for political information, you are cooked. If you are going to Shoe0nHead for political information, you are deep fried. So that was that little video. If you liked my yapping, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon down below.
You know what to do.
And I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video.
Bye!